Hello friends, let's do some math together today. So all week we've been working with 10 sticks or 10 groups and leftover ones and putting those together to make a new quantity. We've been drawing pictures about that, we've been showing it with equations, we've been editing equations to make them true when they're false. Today we're going to play a game that uses those same skills because we know that to be a good mathematician we need to know how to put together 10 groups or 10 sticks and leftover ones quickly to get to the quantity that it is. This game is called Numeral Picture Equation. And to play this game, you'll need something to write on, like a piece of paper or a whiteboard, and then something to write with, like a dry erase marker if it's a whiteboard, or maybe a pencil or a crayon. So if you could get those things, that'd be great. So today, you're going to make your game board look like this. You're going to divide it into 4 spaces. And I did that by making a straight line down and a straight line across, and that left me with 4 spaces, because we're going to play Numeral Picture Equation 4 times. That's how we need 4 spaces. The way this game works is I'm going to write a numeral down. We're going to figure out what numeral that is together. And then we're going to show that numeral, that quantity, as a picture and also write it as an equation. So we're going to do this one first. What numeral is this? It's the numeral 13. So copy that down to a 1 and a 3 to make 13. And then we're going to do the next step, which is to make a quantity of 13 as a picture. So I'm going to do that by making a 10 group and then figuring out how many more I need. So I'm going to draw dots, and then I'm going to count them as I go. Here we go. Ready, set, draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have a 10 group, and I actually made my 10 group the 5 group way. I knew that if I had 5 on top and 5 on bottom, that made 10. So if you want to do it that way too, that's an easy way to do it. So I know I have 10, and I'm going to keep going until I get to the quantity that matches this numeral 13. So I know I have 10. What's one more than 10? That's right, 11, 12, 13. And I'm going to stop there now, because now I have a quantity of 13 that matches my numeral. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to circle my 10 group so that I remember that that's my 10 group right there. That's my 10 group. Now it's my job to write this as an equation. To make my quantity that matches this numeral 13, I have a 10 group, and then how many leftovers? That's right, 3. So I'm going to write the equation that way. 10 plus 3 equals 13. So that's the way that we play numeral picture equation. We have the numeral, then we do the picture, and finally we write the equation that matches that picture in numeral. So let's do the next one. Copy this numeral down for me onto your paper. What numeral is that? It's the numeral 15. Now remember friends, during this video, if you need to pause so you can catch up to what I'm doing, you can pause this video as many times as you need. So now we have the numeral 15. It's time for us to make a picture of a quantity of 15 to match that numeral, making sure that we stop once we made a group of 10. If you want to make your group of 10 the 5 group way, like I did, you can do that with me. So here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down and around, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know I have my 10 group right there. I'm just going to go ahead and circle it this time. So I know I have my 10 group. Now I'm going to keep going past 10 until I get a quantity that matches this numeral. Remind me what that numeral is again? Sorry, 15. So we have our 10 group. What's one more than 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now I know I have a quantity of 15, which matches the numeral 15. I know to make my quantity of 15, I have my 10 group, and then how many leftovers? Your brain might know right away, or you might need to touch one, count one. Ready, set, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have my 10 group, and then I have 5 ones. So I'm going to write that as an equation. My 10 group, I like to always put that first, plus 5 equals 15. Okay, numeral picture equation. Once again, we have the numeral, picture, and the equation. So for these last two, I'm going to write the numerals down that I want you to do, but you're going to do the picture and equation part and then send it to your teacher. So here's the first one and the next one. What numeral is that? It's the numeral 17. What numeral is that? It's the numeral 12. So now, working in turns one at a time, You're going to make a picture of a quantity that matches 17 and also show that as an equation. Then you're going to do the same thing with 12, a picture of a quantity that matches the numeral 12, and then write it as an equation. Remember to make your 10 groups first, and then see how many more leftover ones you need to get to the numerals that we have. So when you're done with your work, you can send it to your teacher. Can't wait to see what your math brains come up with.